A Texas woman was entering a restaurant when she noticed an older lady coming up behind her. She politely held the door, never imagining it would set off a life-changing chain of events. But when she heard the other woman's remark, she had to speak up. Brooke Ochoa of Louise, Texas, was entering a restaurant for lunch when she saw an older lady approaching from afar. Brooke decided to bestow some Southern hospitality on a fellow citizen, and the 30-year-old patiently waited so she could hold the door for the other woman. While some might call the gesture an act of kindness, it was just good manners and a show of respect. What happened next, however, is another story. After the two women entered the restaurant, Brooke, who was by herself, heard the other woman make a remark to the waitress, according to NY Daily News. Although she initially hesitated, Brooke was compelled to speak up. What unfolded from there was recalled in a Facebook post by Brooke, which quickly went viral, and it's easy to see why. She was very thankful and sweet, Brooke wrote, explaining how the woman reacted to her politely holding the door as she entered the unnamed restaurant. She then told the waitress, "Table for one," Brooke recalled. After hearing those words, Brooke admitted that she initially waited and hesitated before deciding to walk over and bestow a true act of kindness on the other woman. "I'm eating by myself, too. Would you like to have lunch together?" Brooke recalled saying to the woman as she extended an invitation to dine with her, according to Today. Not only did she take Brooke up on her offer, but the lady, who Brooke learned was named Dolores, was ecstatic. After being seated together, the two talked at length during their meal, according to ABC6. Their conversation revealed the sad details of Dolores's life and the difficult time she was going through. Come to find out, she spent the last decade living with her mom, who recently passed away, and her aunt, who recently was put into a nursing home, Brooke wrote. She has been having a hard time being alone. Dolores was extremely grateful to have someone to talk to. She just kept smiling and saying thank you for listening to me, which made me smile too, Brooke admitted. Her words healed my heart just as much as I healed her lonely one, she added, calling her impromptu invitation by far the best decision she had made all year. But their story doesn't end there. Brooke and Dolores both enjoyed the encounter so much that they decided to have lunch every Thursday from that point on. It's unknown how many lunches that turned out to be, however. Brooke later updated her post, revealing that Dolores passed away soon after, making the story all the sweeter. Thanks to the love and compassion Brooke showed her, Dolores was able to escape the loneliness she had been feeling at the end of her life, as well as touch many lives in a positive way. With millions of likes and hundreds of thousands of shares and comments, the brief encounter struck a chord across the country as it reminded us that a true act of kindness can pave the way for a much-needed friendship. Two people who may be complete opposites can forge a meaningful relationship with one another. All it takes is reaching out when someone appears in need. The best present we can give is often our presence. An ear to listen doesn't cost a thing, but the results can be priceless. Brooke found this out when a little voice inside her prompted a simple offer that turned out to be exactly what both women needed, just in the nick of time. That's the power of God. Neither knew Dolores's days were numbered as they sat down together, but we shouldn't have to know such a thing to extend a small part of ourselves to another person. It's all about opening doors when we are gifted with the opportunity to be the answer to someone's prayers. Brooke Ochoa heard that call when she was compelled to offer a stranger a little company. In honor of Dolores, let's hope others read and remember this story and are willing to do the same. Brooke's simple gesture of kindness not only brought Dolores companionship during a time of grief, but also revealed the true impact of human connection. Each Thursday lunch became an opportunity for Dolores to share stories of her life and reflect on cherished memories, allowing her to feel a sense of belonging she hadn't felt in years. As the two women continued their weekly lunches, Brooke began to notice a change in herself as well. Their conversations weren't just about Dolores. They became an exchange of life experiences that enriched both of their lives, creating a unique bond between two strangers who might never have met otherwise. Through their time together, Brooke discovered Dolores's remarkable resilience and sense of humor. Even as she mourned the recent losses in her life, Dolores would often tell lighthearted stories from her younger years, bringing laughter to their table. For Brooke, these moments reminded her of the power of kindness and the importance of cherishing every person we meet. Dolores's laughter, in turn, lifted her own spirits, becoming a source of joy she hadn't anticipated when she first held that door open. As their lunches continued, Dolores began to look forward to Thursdays with renewed excitement, often calling Brooke the day before to confirm their plans. This anticipation and connection became an anchor for her in her difficult time, giving her something to look forward to each week. For Brooke, watching Dolores's spirit lift was a gift in itself. She realized that, despite the age difference and their distinct life paths, they had much to learn from each other. Their friendship also left an impression on others who frequented the restaurant. Regular patrons and even some of the staff began to notice the pair and admired their bond. Witnessing Brooke and Dolores's companionship became a reminder of how a single act of kindness could ripple outward, affecting more people than anyone could anticipate. The small-town restaurant became a backdrop for a simple yet profound story of human empathy. As word of their friendship spread on social media, Brooke's post reached people worldwide. Messages poured in, with countless others sharing their own experiences of finding friendship in unexpected places. The story resonated deeply, reminding everyone of the difference one person can make by showing compassion and openness to others. People began reaching out to loved ones or even strangers, inspired to connect in ways they had previously overlooked. Through the final days of Dolores's life, Brooke's kindness became a powerful testament to the value of companionship. Dolores had gone from facing her days alone to being surrounded by the warmth of friendship, even in her last chapter. Brooke, in turn, found herself feeling deeply fulfilled, knowing she had helped give Dolores the comfort she so desperately needed. Their connection served as a beacon of hope, proving that a simple gesture could indeed transform lives. Brooke's story also highlighted the often overlooked reality that many people, particularly older adults, face isolation and loneliness. This experience ignited in her a passion for reaching out to those who may feel unseen. She began volunteering at local senior centers, carrying forward the spirit of her time with Dolores. Each visit reminded her of her cherished friend, and she found joy in listening to others, sharing stories, and forming new connections. In reflecting on her journey with Dolores, Brooke expressed that she'd never imagined a single meal could have such a lasting impact. Holding that door open had led to a profound, life-changing friendship that taught her invaluable lessons. She had come to understand that kindness and empathy have the power to bridge generational gaps and create connections that leave a lasting imprint on our hearts. The relationship between Brooke and Dolores shows us that we can be a source of light for someone even in their darkest times. It's a reminder that our interactions, no matter how fleeting, can carry deep meaning. While Brooke's initial act was small, it had grown into something transformative, reminding her, and everyone who heard their story, of the incredible impact we can have on each other's lives. Though Dolores is no longer with her, Brooke continues to honor her memory by embodying the kindness that brought them together. She often thinks of Dolores with a smile, thankful for the unlikely friendship that taught her the beauty of selfless compassion. Their story remains a powerful example of the joy that can be found when we take the time to truly connect with those around us. As Brooke shared her story with others, she realized just how much Dolores had changed her perspective on life. She now understood that everyone we pass by has a story, a history, and hidden struggles we may never know. That awareness inspired Brooke to approach each day with more empathy, opening her heart to those around her. She began making a conscious effort to acknowledge others, whether through a friendly smile, a helping hand, or simply taking a few moments to listen. Dolores had shown her that true connection doesn't require grand gestures, just a willingness to be present. In the end, Dolores and Brooke's friendship became a testament to the simple, profound difference that kindness can make. For Brooke, that initial choice to hold a door open had turned into an unforgettable journey, shaping her life in ways she could have never imagined. The memory of Dolores continues to inspire her, and through sharing their story, Brooke hopes others will also recognize the power of small acts of kindness. It's a legacy that lives on, proving that even the briefest connections can create an enduring impact on our lives and the lives of others. In the years following Dolores's passing, Brooke often reflected on the lessons learned from their time together. She created a community initiative focused on combating loneliness among seniors, organizing regular lunch gatherings where older adults could connect, share stories, and form friendships, much like she and Dolores had. This initiative not only honored Dolores's memory, but also sparked a movement in her town, encouraging more people to engage with their elderly neighbors. The gatherings became a safe haven for many, fostering connections and providing much-needed companionship for those who felt isolated. Brooke also made it a point to share her story through various platforms, including local news outlets and social media. By doing so, she hoped to inspire others to embrace the power of kindness in their daily lives. Her message was simple yet profound. Every small act has the potential to create a ripple effect of positivity. As more people reached out to her, sharing their own experiences of connection and kindness, Brooke realized that the bond she had formed with Dolores was just the beginning of a larger movement, one that reminded everyone that in a world that often feels disconnected, love and compassion can bridge any gap,